On the 12th day of Musemas, my podcast gave to me Ebenezer and the Invisible World, developed by Orbit Studios and Play On World.
Man, I thought this was going to be better than it was.
It was a video game.
It was a video game.
It was a Christmas Carol video game that came out this year.
Yeah, which is like why we put it on the list.
Can you imagine our excitement?
I was actually very excited for it.
I was excited for it too.
The problem is that I even knew this going in, and that it's a Metroidvania.
It's a hand-drawn Metroidvania.
And it's beautifully done.
Lovely.
Don't get me wrong.
Stunning.
It's stunning, but I do not like Metroidvanias. And that's just not even to tack on to the fact that I don't like Metroidvanias. This is a poorly made Metroidvania.
We got it. Okay, so this conversation has to be in two distinct chunks.
Yeah.
The media as a video game and the media as a Christmas Carol thing.
Let's talk about it as a video game real quick.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. I did not enjoy my time with this.
Neither did I.
And
here's the thing, right? Is I again, going into it, I knew it was a Metroidvania, and I knew that I wasn't going to like that aspect of it. But I liked the idea of it being a Christmas Carol, and like the story of it was going to be like, it's super interesting. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Just like if it was just a little better, I would have been able to actually do it. To sit down and truly complete. I did not complete the game. I got far. I got to the final stave. And I really just didn't want to continue playing it. And so I just looked up what was left. And what was left wasn't much.
No.
I mean, it was probably like 2 to 3 hours of gameplay. But
it looked like, yeah.
That's because this way you traverse this map is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. I don't play a lot of video games. The games I usually play are RPG games.
Yeah.
My favorite ones that I've played, I love the Kingdom Hearts games. And the ones that I've played that I enjoyed the most were Sly Cooper. And I played Stray recently.
Yeah.
And then there's Hades.
Darren's a big fan of those more linear storytelling games.
Yes. And there's Hades, which is by all means the outlier. And is, as you have said many times, I have no business liking Hades.
Yeah.
It does not seem like a game that I should like, but I did like it.
And it's
so
fun.
The game plan was always you would play the game, I would play a little bit of it on your computer to get the grasp of like what it felt like, and then I would read the synopsis of the game to get the story so we could talk about it as a Christmas Carol adaptation. And then you mentioned about a week ago how you're like, I'm not having a good time. And I was like, okay, well, let me go find the story stuff so we can prepare. Very, very quickly discovered that no one has documented the plot of this anywhere.
So I understand that this is like a small game. I doubt really any of you have actually heard of it.
Maybe you have. You're listening to this podcast, and we're weird.
But the only reason I found it is because I like to stroll through Steam Next Fest. And that's like...
I think it popped up specifically.
And it was like buried.
Yeah. They've mentioned it. Here's when I got concerned. It was mentioned on The Besties, which is a video game podcast that I really enjoy. Justin McElroy, one of the co-hosts, mentioned the Christmas Carol game a couple months back, was very excited to talk about it. They never talked about it. And so...
He plays like, wow, this is bad.
Yeah, like not enough to have everyone play for the game, not enough to even mention as a... Because even if they don't talk about something as a main focus, they might bring it up as a side thing, or like, here's a highlight I've been doing. Literally did not mention it again. I think in passing mentioned, oh yeah, I think it did come out. But like, so that's when I got, oh no. So when I unable to find any there was one review that I was like, okay, I'll watch this review. And the guy just kept saying, and Ebenezer's the good guy.
As if he's like not the good guy ever.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, you say it one time. And then like, 90 seconds later, he's like, and again, in this one, Ebenezer's the good guy. In that, like, worse, if I'm going to, like, mock a YouTuber voice.
Yeah.
Just that voice. And I'm like, nope. So I realized it was on Switch. I liked the trailer, looked really fun. So I fucking got it on my Switch and started playing it. And at one point, I screamed in anger so loudly that DJ's dog heard me from in the garage downstairs, begged to come inside, ran up to my room, jumped on my lap, and started licking my face.
And I got so mad over this game that I almost wore my monitor as a wristwatch.
It's not good. And listen, some people are like, oh, you're just bad at the game. Good. I don't know, man.
This game is bad.
I I eventually got to a point where I was so frustrated with not even like dying. Well, dying was annoying, but like it was the feel of navigating the world was unpleasant, and that's a problem when that's most of all of what you are doing.
Yeah,
is exploring and unlocking the map.
If you've never played a Metroidvania,
which I hadn't,
a good majority of Metroidvania games is just kind of like map layout and traversing said map, right?
And I liked that as an idea.
Yeah. And it's like you will unlock like different abilities to be able to explore even further, and like different suits like in Metroid, or like different weapons in Castlevania, and just so on and so forth. And my experience with Metroidvanias are two specifically, which is a little bit of Hollow Knight and quite a bit of Dead Cells. Dead Cells isn't a traditional Metroidvania, given the fact that it's like it plays like combat wise and map structure and like some abilities, but it's also a roguelike, which I enjoyed that aspect. It was super nice, but I recognize that it's not like the same. And then Hollow Knight is critically acclaimed.
Yeah. And yeah, DJ, when I was telling you, it was like, because I really like the idea of like exploring the world, and I genuinely like when I stumble into a space and find a new weapon, a new heirloom, one of the Christmas ghosts, like I genuinely liked that. I liked when I liked the I was like, okay, look at the map. Okay, here are other rooms I haven't gone to. Let me go there. Like my brain liked that. I just didn't like the feel of doing anything in this game. And you were like, you actually might like Hollow Knight. And I'm like, I hear Hollow Knight's really hard.
It's difficult, but I think you'd like it.
Does it feel good to play?
It feels way fucking better to play.
Okay, so
it feels way fucking better to play.
So yeah, there's a part of this.
Not even a fucking
let's talk about
question.
Yeah, and the game. It's set 2 years after the events of A Christmas Carol.
A year after the events of A Christmas Carol happens.
2 years.
Well, yeah, I know, but a year after is when...
sorry, hold on, we're not getting in the story yet.
Oh, okay.
I mentioned that, so it's set in Victorian London. You're exploring London. You're exploring the London Observatory. You're exploring Bedlam Asylum. You explore a graveyard and a crypt, and then you explore like a very dangerous Cryptopolis. Yeah.
Something like that.
Why is it called that?
Or it's the Necropolis.
Necropolis is very good. Okay, that makes more sense. I never got to it, and because that was in Stave 4.
Yeah, that's Stave 4. Stave 5 is Malthus Factory.
Yeah, and the Malthus Factory is a very, very dangerous industrial factory.
Big too.
Big.
It's fucking massive.
Too. Yeah, that thing sprawls like the entire length of the map.
The whole map all together.
And it's like, oh god. So I didn't like the feel of doing anything. Let's talk about the backslide.
So again, in Metroidvanias, typically, and even in just like fucking any game with a dodge, right? You'll have a dodge, and the dodge
Kingdom Hearts, I have dodge roll. In Hades, I have dash.
Whenever you dodge, it dodges in whatever direction you're holding, looking, whatever, right? So this game,
often forward.
Yeah, often just the direction you're going. This game has it where it's just you slide backwards,
which looks cool. I will admit, I think it looks cool because you are Ebenezer Scrooge. You are an old man, but like Master Splinter is an old man.
But it's like It's
scarf
just
goes
not
forward
intuitive.
and it looks neat, but it doesn't feel.
It feels so bad to use because it's like I'm sitting here, I'm wailing on a guy. He's about to do an attack, so I'm going to run away and I'm going to start moving that direction. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have a dash and I'm going to use it, but I'm going to slide right back into the enemy and take damage.
Mm-hmm. Or I've had the thing where it's like, I am attacking, like, okay, I need a dash, and I don't realize I am not facing the right direction anymore, and I slide into them. And enemies in this game will damage you if you just touch them, even if they're not actively attacking you. So it makes accidentally sliding into them really frustrating.
Yeah.
So,
which it's like, that is something that, again, is pretty standard in some Metroidvanias.
Yeah, but it made it just more apparent when you accidentally running into them over and over again.
And then it would be like some bosses, i.e. the one that like you saw me struggling with, is like not a quarter, but like a fifth, maybe like a sixth.
It was a big
he was a
chunk
big
of the
fucking
screen.
boss of this small area, and he had an attack that just extended his hitbox out for an extended period of time. And then that's when he was taking up like a quarter of the space. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
Yeah, it was frustrating. It was like every choice on the game, on one hand, it's like the game is supposed to be this way. I recognize there are games that are meant to be difficult, and the point of the game is the difficulty. Okay, I get that. But it felt like there were also just the handling and the design of the game that added to the difficulty in ways that it just shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And just, yeah.
Just doesn't make any, it just, again, the game doesn't feel super intuitive. Like, even you unlock a double jump ability later on, and the double jump ability, while it's super useful because it's, well, double jump, it feels bad to use because when you jump and then you start the double jump, it's like, oh, you registered it and your character floats in this air for just like split second, noticeable amount of time, and then you get a second jump and it just feels clunky.
Yeah, you just like, it's like you jump, stop, jump again rather than the jump seamless move. I never unlocked that, but I was watching and I'm like, yeah, that looks weird. And it's cool because the way you unlock abilities is you work with ghosts. And if you help spirits accomplish some tasks that they can't do because they can't interact with the mortal world, but they want to help someone, then they will join you in your cause and you get their abilities.
Yeah.
There are also another class of ghosts. These are the red ghosts. I didn't recognize that there were the blue ghosts where you get abilities from and the red ghosts which will attack. And if you help these ghosts, they'll give you ghost attack abilities. And these ghosts vastly outnumber the ability ghosts.
Yeah, the movement ghosts or traversal ghosts, they're just, because they're important, they're traversal, so they're not gonna be nearly as many.
Which is fine, but you just
didn't clock that?
Well, I didn't clock it. But the actual thing was annoying was that, like, maybe because I didn't clock the blue and the red nature, so I didn't know what they were going to be until I got them, and so I was disappointed when it's another attack ghost. It's another attack ghost, but also it's another attack ghost. It's another attack ghost. It's another attack ghost.
All the red ghosts.
And they aren't.
Purple is an enemy.
Yeah,
blue is
an enemy.
Traversal, red is attack.
And it's just, I didn't need all the attack ghosts. And like,
there's
some of them weren't very, just didn't feel very, and you couldn't level up their attacks.
You can level them up. But you have to use them so much.
Yeah.
Like, I use that big guy with the ball and chain, and it's like, he does 100 damage, but you need to do like 10,000 damage to fucking upgrade him at all.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
And but the upgrades aren't, I don't feel like that great.
I don't even know what they are. I never fucking got one.
I upgraded the bird one because I got her really early on because like, I want that bird. I bet that bird will be really useful. And it wasn't as useful as I was hoping.
It's too close to your body.
It's really close to your body. And the only thing it does is when you upgrade it, you get, instead of 2 birds zooming around you, it's now 3 birds zooming around you.
It's too close to your body.
It's too close to your body. You can use it, but
be the length of my fucking cane.
Yeah, like why is it? I was expecting more birds to like zoom back and forth through the screen for me. It was fine, but that was also a frustrating thing. Was like I needed more ability. I needed more traverse ghosts so I could like navigate because navigation is the big part of the game, and I just kept getting attack ghosts, and it's like no, I have the one attack ghost that I have deemed the most useful attack ghost.
Yeah, and the traversal ghosts are just...
And it's the first ghost you get. You get Dave, and it's Shuriken, so why do I need anyone else?
Yeah.
Except he misses them half the time.
The traversal ghosts are just... They're story-based, so they're along the story path, essentially. You'll run into them. You can miss some of the attack ones.
You can, because it is like the... But both ghosts are labeled as side quest ghosts.
It's weird.
And that seemed weird when... You literally, one of the first traversal ghosts you meet, you literally cannot complete that stave you're in if you don't finish his thing because you cannot traverse the map without him.
Which,
so
like, here's the
call
thing about like
quest?
the balloon stuff too. I don't get it. You have a double jump in the game. It's like it's later, I understand, but it's also like. But it's you have a double jump, and then you have like the grapple that you get later.
Mm-hmm. Then grappling hook.
Yeah, and then you get like a fucking gliding. So why bother with these balloons? I understand that you use it for like fun puzzles because you pop the balloon and it moves, and you got to jump on that moving one.
I feel like that's it, and I will actually argue they're not fun puzzles.
They're fine.
that one of those is the thing that got me to stop. That's when I finally stopped. There's the way, so you get the first kid's Balloon Boy. He's not Balloon Boy. His name is Bailey. But you jump and you see a balloon, and the balloons are just there, and you can jump, and it'll jump you higher. And sometimes there'll be multiple in a row. And
if you hold down and hit attack, you do a kick down.
Yeah, I could not. I did that by accident.
I would never do it.
Never do that, because why would you do that?
It's like 5 damage.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you ever bother with something that's 5 damage?
And now you're touching the ghost or the guy who's going to hurt you.
Well, you'll bounce off the guy.
Oh.
You do bounce so you can like repeatedly do it, but it's only 5 damage.
Yeah, that's nothing.
When base Cane does like 15 and upgraded Cane...
Courage does 10.
Courage does 10 and like an upgraded Cane does like 23.
Yeah. I don't know. And I also could not replicate that move on the Switch. I saw it in the trailer and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I did it by accident one time.
Yeah, just jumping and down.
I could not get it to happen again when I was trying to do it on purpose. So it's like, okay, but like you said, DJ, this should just be double jump. And the reason it's not is just so they could have you do turn it into a puzzle later. And the puzzle thing isn't, okay, there's balloons here, so I gotta jump here. It is, you jump, and then the balloon moves to a new location. And you don't know where that location is going to be until you're in the air. And that can be frustrating, because if you fall all the way back to the ground and you restart. Yep. That's fine. And sometimes they'll have you do it again and again and again and again. And sometimes they'll have you do it above that of acid or spikes. And if you touch those, you take damage and it kicks you all the way back to the beginning. Okay. But the thing that got me, the thing that had me finally go, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need to play this. I'm not enjoying my time in this game. So upset am I that the dog had to come check on me, was when you're doing this. And I had gone to this room and I got stuck on this puzzle before. And I was like, fuck it. I don't care what's over there. It's probably just some item. I don't need it. I'll go through the rest of Bedlam Factory again, which I couldn't fucking do because there are some times where you can't backtrack because the balloon is on the other side of the map and you can't get across the acid.
Yep.
So you have to go figure out how to find a train station to get you all the way out to redo it again. So I did that. And I explored every other part of the map that I could tangibly explore. And I'm like, okay, I even got the ghost with the strong guy who will break open walls for you. And I was able to get through a couple sections that way.
I have no idea how to break open floors or ceilings, so.
Him. The strong ghost, you use his spirit attack on a wall that's cracked.
Well, on a wall is cracked, but a ceiling or floor?
That's right. I couldn't figure out. And the arrow would be pointing if you had the compass. You get heirloom items, which are cool. They're all items that belong to people who were visited by Christmas ghosts. So you get to read a condensed version of their stories. Mm-hmm. And I did enjoy that. And you get one that'll show you where secret items are at. And sometimes you're just pointing into a wall. And you're just like...
You gotta hit it with your cane.
You know what? Maybe it's
there's like, if you look closely, there's a little like notch cut out that if you hit it with your cane, it'll bust open and give you some goodies.
Oh, you know what? You know why I was probably having a hard time? Because I had the spirit weapon.
They can't affect the tangible world.
Except yes, they can, because I use them to break snowmen and crates and lights and dudes all the time.
Weird. I have no idea.
So, yeah, there are things with the weapons
I stuck with
annoying.
The snake cane because it did the most damage.
Eventually, I got a lion-headed cane that shot out that you could hit, and it would shoot out projectiles. And I found that very choice. But by this point, I was fucking done with the game. I went everything else, and I'm like, I'm so stuck. So I go through this video game playthrough that this gentleman did. Ion OX. This man saved Christmas for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I saw that damn balloon puzzle I was stuck on. That's where the ghosts I need to talk to are. They're just on the other side of the ledge that I couldn't see because I couldn't hit to the top of it. But you hit the top, go over, drop down, and there are the ghosts with these boys, and you're trying to find them to help them get out. This was labeled a side quest. No, it's not a side quest because you need these mirror ghosts to traverse the mirrors to get through the rest of the fucking Bedlam Asylum.
If I was a coder of any sorts, I'm sure that this game is held together by like duct tape. Yeah. In terms of like coding, like the way that they have done it is just not good, and it's like probably their first game. I don't know. I don't follow Orbit Studio.
And you know
what?
I didn't respect this game enough to look into it.
And I don't. Yeah, again, I don't. It's just, yeah. As Darien said, everything that's not the main stave is labeled as a side quest, and the way you change your fucking skin, because if you get the special edition of the game, which I did because I wanted to be Scrooge dressed up as Santa Claus because that's fun. I like that.
He's not really dressed as Santa. He's just has his coat is red and his scarf is green now.
Well, his like whole suit is red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But to be clear,
And
he
he's got
doesn't have
Santa hat.
Oh, he does have a Santa hat. I missed his instead of the top hat. Okay, all right. He does look like Santa.
So and it's fun, and so I got that. But the way that you choose that skin is actually from the main menu before you hit load game,
which is
an
weird.
insane thing to do, and that is red flag number 1 for how like this game is programmed. Because I saw that, I'm like, that's fucking weird. It should be in like items or equipment or like just somewhere else, not there.
Yeah, it feels like it makes me think that it was added later. Like there was never an idea to have him be able to change outfits, and then they added it later as a pre-order.
I can guarantee you that there was never an idea that he was to change outfits, because after you beat Unrepentant Scrooge, you get in a gondola. I'm sure you saw it. You get in the gondola and go down, and guess what? That's a pre-rendered cutscene.
What does that mean in this context?
So you know how in Kingdom Hearts some cutscenes just looked better?
Yeah.
That's a pre-rendered cutscene. That means that it was essentially rendered and made outside of the game engine and outside of like what's being shown to you while you're moving around. And it's just like,
are you not in your Santa outfit in the gondola?
No.
That's so
No, you're
wild.
not. I go in there and I'm normal ass Scrooge in the gondola. I'm like, why is this a pre-rendered cutscene? This is goofy. Why did you script this and like film that like that? It doesn't make any sense. Just have it just be like, okay, now you're in this.
That's weird. I wonder, was that the only one that was like that?
The only one that's like that.
That's weird.
Except for, I mean, like obviously the animated cutscenes at the start and end of the game, but
yeah, but those are
animated.
Those are animated,
and so this one's animated too, technically speaking, because it takes me out of my Santa outfit and puts me in a normal Scrooge outfit.
Yeah, but you're in the Santa outfit when you're talking to Eric at the beginning of the game, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, at the end of the game. That's so weird. Yeah, no, yeah. It's just, and again, like I don't know enough about any of this to like be able to say like whether or not they just
felt bad.
It just felt bad. And so the specific, here's a specific balloon thing I had a problem with. It's like, okay, bounce, 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 follow, follow, follow. Also, you getting health sucks in this game.
It's a pain in the ass.
You get no inherent abilities to conjure your own health, save for an item you can buy.
I was about to say it's probably normal for Metroidvanias, but in Hollow Knight, you actually have an ability where you can heal.
Yeah.
You have like a certain amount of thing, and it's like, oh, I'm down like 3 hearts. Let me just use some of my like energy, which is probably akin to spirit, and like just heal.
Yeah.
It's great.
And there's a ghost, there's a monk ghost you get where it seems like maybe he will heal you, except no, maybe he only has a chance to heal you.
It's a chance to do a crit and heal. And it's like,
but I don't even know what attack he does, how much damage it is, and it uses so much of the
if it doesn't crit, it only does like 5 damage.
There's no fucking point. Why is it like that? It's just to make it more difficult. And I will understand that maybe there are people who really like that. The gentleman,
it's already annoying. Getting the accident report fucking sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you die, you go back to your last save point. The save points are few and far between, which, as DJ explained to me, is a Metroidvania thing. Yes, I understand that. But sometimes it does just feel like there were 2 save points really close to each other and then none throughout the rest of your space. And I'm like, why? Why weren't those more spread out? Why are they 2 rooms apart and now I'm 6 rooms away from the closest one? Like, why is that? Yeah. That feels weird to me.
Here's the thing. They did add one after the game released because people complained about the sparsity of it. But it might be the one that's like close to another.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't read into it, but like I saw it was like added save point in this area because I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Anyway,
so you can get food. You can get your healing items and their food, which is always funny. I love it when healing items are just food.
It's great.
I just find that delightful. And it's Victorian London with mashed potatoes, and the biggest one is like figgy pudding or plum pudding. And cold ham,
cold boiled ham,
and turkey, and it's and berries, like holly berries.
Yeah.
Funny. It's all funny. They're so expensive. And
getting gold in this game, or doubloons, or I don't know what the fuck it is.
Whatever the money is.
Getting money in this game is such a pain because enemies will only drop 5. Mm-hmm. Sometimes lights will explode into gold, which is nice.
Yes.
But it's very rare.
1 to 5.
Yeah. But you can get an item that doubles it, but the enemies have more health and deal more damage. And so it's almost just not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's wild. And they only have a 50% chance to drop money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you can sit around and just like, okay, I'll grind this space effectively. No. So this is all the points I'm making. And also, finally get to where I'm trying to get to. I've lost all of my health stuff just trying to get to this space. I don't have any more. And now I'm on this balloon puzzle. It's bounce, follow the balloon, follow the balloon, follow the balloon, follow the balloon. And there's a platform. Okay, great. I'll land on the platform and I'll jump up to the next thing. Oh no, it's too high to jump to the next thing because the balloon appears on the other side of the platform.
Oh no.
And you can't jump from the last balloon jump direct to where it lands. It's literally designed. It's too far away. You have to jump on the platform. And if you don't interact with the next balloon soon enough, it'll automatically go back to the start, which is useful if you accidentally fell early on and need to redo it. And I could not jump from getting on the platform to the next balloon. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I would jump and it would disappear while I was in midair.
Oh no.
And it never, I was never stuck on the platform with, oh shoot, it's already gone. It was always after I would jump that it would disappear.
That's so rough.
And then I fell all the way down into the acid that killed me.
That's so rough.
And that's when I got, and then the thing that got me was I jump, it's gone. Ah, shit. So I used the ghost that like flings you forward through spirit gates just to see if I could do something, anything. And I grabbed onto the ledge. I'm like, oh my God. And by this point, I know the ghosts I need are right over there. And if I can reach those ghosts, it will enact a save. Now, it won't save me there. If I die, it'll still kick me back to the last save room. But at the very least, I won't have to do this again because I will have talked to the ghost.
You will have at the very least the ability. You will probably have to talk to them again, but you will have the ability that they give you. Doesn't make any sense. Well, this game is programmed.
Yeah. Well, the mirror ghost, you don't. Because if you collect a powerful item or finish a quest, it'll save. You'll have that even if you, because I got the spirit axe. And I died before I could save, but I still had the spirit axe. And that's when I noticed it will save that. And I was like, okay, so I'm hanging off the ledge and I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, I can just jump up because there's a part of the game that I go through so many times. And every time I like jump and I catch on the ledge. So the ghost throws a thing over my head and then I jump up and attack the ghost. So I know I can do this. I've done it a dozen times. I hit the button to jump up and Ebenezer jumps away from the wall instead and falls all the way down to the acid and dies. That's just like, and out loud I say, I am not enjoying my time with this game. Maybe I'm bad at the game. I don't know. But I feel like Hades is a very difficult game, yet I enjoy my time with that even when I'm struggling. So I turned it off, jumped over to play Hades, which I haven't played since March. Mm-hmm. And instantly it just felt better. And I was like, no, it's not me. It's not me. It's the mechanics. This game, it doesn't feel as good. And it feels like when you read something, it just doesn't flow. And it's like, I know I'm not explaining it right, but it just felt bad to play.
If you're a fan of Metroidvanias, then you probably will have a good time with this game, right? Because I know we're ragging on it and we're saying it's probably poorly coded. We're just talking. I promise it's gonna get more positive. We're gonna get to talking about the story and the charisma scar. We just need to do this part first. You understand when we say if I could say something positive about the gameplay, it's that when you get all the movement abilities and you're traversing through the map, or at the very least like a specific section where it has you employ all abilities, it actually feels really nice.
It looked cool. I was watching a video and I was watching the guy who had gotten the hover ghost and the double jump ghost and the grappling ghost, and saw him use them all in that order, and it looked really cool.
It's really satisfying when you managed, like the section where it's like there's a balloon there, and then after the balloon there's a grapple above some lava, and then it's like you got a double jump between the grapple, and then there's another balloon, and it feels good when you can string it all together. Mm-hmm. But man, getting to that point is just kind of a pain.
And usually, when I was watching you play, because you got that was stave 3. I was at the end of, I was like towards the end of stave 3, and finally I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back to playing Hades. Which, by the way, immediately on this run that I haven't done since March, in the middle of I was just about to walk into the Lernian Hydra with the gauntlets, beat his ass, got to Elysium, triggered the dialogue to get Achilles and Patroclus back together finally. Did that, got the gun, beat the run, triggered Athena's dialogue to get her, triggered Ares. Like, I'm done with the game now. That's how much fucking progress I made when I just decided to stop doing this. But, did you want to talk? But watching you get to the part where you actually got to do the string together, it was also like there was a legion of ghosts just in your way.
So many ghosts at this point in the game. Mm-hmm. And there's this one particular enemy that's just teleporting around, shooting out a big scream wave, and then teleporting away. And she took so much to kill, and I wasn't using the balloon. I actually had a bunch of damage appliers, and it was still taking so long to kill this bitch. And it was just a nightmare. This game is like fucking agita. Like, it's ridiculous.
It was just arduous and frustrating. So I gave up on a balloon puzzle because I just got so mad I was not having fun. DJ, you got a boss.
No, I beat the boss.
You beat the boss.
I got some Unrepentant Scrooge, which design-wise, fucking
there's a thing. Every character, every design
looks awesome.
Really cool. Like,
super cool.
Looks cool. You see the Christmas ghosts, and they look... Okay, I never saw Yet to Come because the gameplay I watched, he never found Yet to Come.
I saw what Yet to Come looks like.
But you see him
he's yet to come.
You see him in the thing.
It's yet to come.
And Present looks like Present, but I liked Past.
Past is adorable.
She's adorable. She's like fire. It's really cute. But yeah, all the ghosts look neat. They're very dramatic. The chains are used in very interesting ways around them.
Really cool.
Yeah, and the story reasoning for what they're doing there hits with Christmas. Like, this game, genuinely, you can tell it's not just a gimmick that it's Christmas Carol. Someone literally came up with a concept for using the Christmas Carol idea for this story, and it's really strong. Unrepentant Scrooge is like, the premise is, I'm your future Scrooge.
I'm your future yet to come.
Yeah, I'm your future yet to come. Did you really think like giving to charity and being nice is enough? You were too far gone. And Ebenezer Scrooge looks up at this giant floating ghost him with chains, and he's like, I don't know who you are, but I'm still here.
You're not me because I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, I'm not dead yet. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, and then Unrepentant Scrooge is like, well, we can...
that can be changed.
Yeah.
That's temporary.
I can't remember what he said exactly.
It was something really cool. Like, the dialogue reads really... When they talk to each other, I think it always reads really interesting. Like, the animation is good. There's no voice acting for the... There's
voice acting for the very beginning.
No, there's not.
I'm pretty sure Eric Fellows talks, doesn't he?
No one talks.
Okay,
Because I clocked it right off the gate. I was like, oh, there's
it's
no
for
talking.
a trailer.
Oh. Yeah, there's no talking in the game, which I found was a bummer. But I understand that's a money thing.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, oh, it's rough that there's none, but okay.
Yeah, this is fine.
It didn't detract from the game at all.
I don't really usually play... Like, based on the games I played, like, so rarely is it here's just the art of the character and what they're saying. Literally the only game I've done that is Hades, so I'm spoiled with the voice acting from Hades.
I was about to say, you might be just a touch spoiled because a vast majority of games actually do just have character art, dialogue, no voice acting.
Yeah. But it's like, and I get that, and I know it's a money thing, but like Hades has like thousands and thousands of dialogue lines, and this game doesn't have that, so like, I don't know, I feel like, whatever.
First game, fine. Don't worry about it, maybe.
Maybe, we can't say for sure.
Can't say for sure, but I got it. So yeah,
you played for over an hour trying to beat that boss.
That boss was a nightmare. That boss threw so many things at me. And for like 20 minutes, I was trying to do it without any healing items because what I had just gone through to get to the point that I'm at,
used up all your healing.
I would have to go... I didn't even have any healing items going through.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't have just any healing items. I would have to go through it all again
to get back to the train.
To
those
go,
are our fast travel points.
Yeah,
They're
to
ghost
go
trains.
Farm gold, to get more food, to go back to the train, to go through everything else, to get back to the fucking save point. And I was stubborn. I didn't want to do it. Right? So for 20 minutes, I tried. And I tried hard. I got close a couple of times. And the only reason I know I got close a couple of times is because when I finally did it, I'm like, damn, I must have been close because it was around the same amount of time that it took me that one time that I died fucking...
Because there's no health bars. You have no idea if you're getting close or not.
Yeah. And yeah, he just threw so much. And this was the one guy that I was talking about earlier that took up like a sixth of the play area.
Big.
And then fucking increased his hitbox because one of his attacks is just he gets like this bigger bubble around him that just... If you're in, you get hurt. And I'm like, this is a fucking nightmare.
And then it also looked like he did the things where they would like conjure things on the side of the screen where if you touched those barriers, you would get hurt. They didn't just keep you in; they also hurt you.
Yeah, and it's like, here's the thing. And then he would just summon more shit on the sides, and then even more, and it's just like if you're
so watching it over, like honestly, that's what made me decide I'm fucking done. Like, because I was like, even if I get past that balloon thing, I still have to fight this guy. And I'm like, I don't want to fight this guy.
Dude, that guy was a nightmare. And then, like, after this, I went through and I started to go through Malthus Factory because that's the last level. It's the last stave.
Because the game is like stave 1, stave 2, and there are 5 staves in A Christmas Carol. So you and I were like, there's got to be 5 staves, because why would they call it that? And that's an excellent touch. 5-act structure. Very
it was
well
really
done.
neat. And I started to go through, and there was just more enemies. And there's the enemy that I have no idea how to hit outside of the big fucking chain ghost. And it's like, I don't want to deal with this guy on a regular basis. And so I just like, I'm not going to fucking try to bum rush through Malthus Factory in the next fucking 3 hours before we have this recording session in order to try to do this. So
I read a thing and it said it takes about 12 hours to beat the game. And I'm like, I can play this game. I've got a week. I can dedicate 12 hours in this week to beating this game. I got this. And the beginning, I was like, even when I was getting frustrated, I was like, my brain was having fun. And when I was at work, I was like, I want to go back and play the game. I want to go back and play the game. And that died so quickly.
Died pretty quick for me too. Here's the thing. I actually got through Bedlam Asylum in my first sitting.
That's like stave 3, yeah.
Yeah, I got through. I beat the boss of Bedlam in my first sitting with playing the game, and I didn't want to play anymore after that. And that was back in November.
Yeah, that's when I asked
game.
you, like, how you doing? And you're like, oh man, I just don't like Metrovanias. And I was like, maybe I'll like it. And I'm like, maybe I will try, like, Hollow Knight.
I have it on my Nintendo account. I can sign up to your thing and you can download it so you don't have to buy it.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm just not. Maybe I don't like Metrovanias. I'm like, I don't know. I liked it at the beginning. I was genuinely having fun, and my brain was like, okay, we're struggling, but eventually I will understand the grasp of it. I will get this. I will play harder.
When you understood the grasp, it was like, oh, this is not good.
It's like, as I was understanding, it's like, this also doesn't feel good to play. Even when I'm struggling, I'm like, why is this not working? And what is this? And I do keep comparing it to Hades, and I know that's not fair because Hades is just a great game all around. But it also just like felt better to play, and even when I'm frustrated, even when I could not beat Hades, even when I died over and over again, even when I couldn't do it, that thing in my brain that was like, I wish I was playing Hades, never went away. I still had fun and was enjoying my time with the game. Yeah. And it just went away so hard because of the feel and the mechanic. And it's like the game, if it was just, oh, I hit a boss and I died and that's annoying, whatever. But it's the core of the game isn't necessarily doing boss fights. It's just navigating the world. Even when there's ghosts around or like Malthus factory workers Malthus guards you have to fight. They don't really feel like you're fighting enemies. They just feel like another obstacle in traversing the space. Yeah. And that's 70% of the game. Well, yeah, that's like 80% of the game. And it felt bad.
Yeah. As I said, like getting to the point to where traversal feels good is a pain in the dick.
Yeah, because and then traversal feels good, and they throw 4 times as many enemies at you to trip you up and make it harder. Yeah. And I get, maybe if you're someone who likes games that are like this, if you're someone who likes Metrovanias, maybe you'll jump in and tell us, ugh, get good, Scrubs, you were just bad at the game. Maybe, but again,
I refuse to believe that because here's the thing. I'm not bad at games.
DJ's great. I thought maybe I was bad at games. And I just was like, when I mentioned to DJ, he's like, oh yeah, I hate this game. It does not feel good to play. Yeah, right? Yeah. So I think that's going to be the end of us bitching about the game as a mechanic thing. Let's talk about the game as a Christmas Carol. Really
I think it's great.
Cool.
I think it's a lot of fun.
That was
Super
so neat. Fun. Yeah. So, like we said, it's 2 years past Ebenezer getting his act together. And it's Christmas morning, and maybe it's Christmas Eve?
It's Christmas Eve, probably, because Eric Fellows shows up, which is who a year prior had heard, he heard of the success of Scrooge's story. And he's like, maybe I can do that to my friend Casper. Casper Malthus, heir to the Malthus fortune.
An industrial family.
Yeah, industrial family whose goal was to subjugate the working surplus class population in order to uplift the wealthy, right? Yeah. So he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna because Casper, I believe, can be saved. He goes to do it. Because
he's like, I knew him as a young man. He was kind and he did not care for his father. And then after his father died, we thought we were going to see a kinder Mathis company, and we just didn't. So he goes to the Christmas ghost and is like, "Can you help my friend?" And apparently the answer is, "Yeah, we do this all the time."
Yeah, this is great. This is our job.
This is like Spirited. This is literally what we do.
Yeah, this is what we do. This is great. So they go, they do it, and
it worked.
They were successful. And then Gaius Malthus, Casper's father.
Yeah, we don't know who it is, but we know after Yet to Come shows Casper a future where he spent his entire life trying to perfect some device that would successfully...
Right as he did, he dies of a heart attack.
He dies, and there's no one else around him. He's all alone in his mansion. And Casper's like, whoa, what a shitty ending. I don't want that. I have to rethink all my life choices. And the Yet to Come leaves, but another spirit shows up and is like, oh, you're really going to be a coward? No. See, what they did is they gave you a gift. They showed you what the device looked like completed. Yeah. Now you don't have to spend your whole life doing it only to die upon completion. You can do it right now.
Yeah, you saw it.
So he does. So we find out he has successfully built the device and is planning on using it tonight.
My biggest issue with the story is we don't actually find out what the device is.
So this is actually the problem. This is actually the thing that made me be like, oh, I don't like the story anymore.
Yeah, right.
The narrative was so strong until...
So Eric Fellows, real quick, Eric Fellows does approach Ebenezer.
He's like the Marley of Casper.
He's the Marley. He approaches Ebenezer a year later being like, hey man, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Something happened, something interfered. Casper's way worse now.
And the Christmas ghosts aren't going to help him again.
The Christmas ghosts are gone. Like they're off doing their own thing this year. Actually helping Ebenezer again, you know?
Actually, throughout the game, you can run into the Christmas ghosts.
Yes.
And they'll give you a thing that'll help you. They give you
other children of man.
Other children. So you remember ignorance and wants. Sure, you do. We've mentioned it every
ignorance
episode.
And wants.
Well, we the first one you can encounter is present, and he mentions, you showed me the children of mankind, ignorance and want. Then this present, I did love the dialogue. He's like, oh, hello, know me better, man. And Ebenezer's like, well, haven't I met you before? He's like, well, maybe you met one of my brothers, actually. And Ebenezer's like, oh, yes, that's correct. I remember now, because in the novella, as we've discussed, Christmas present lives only on Christmas. He is the presence. And so he has, he says in the novella, I have over 1,800 brothers for every Christmas. So this is a new one. He does not know Ebenezer. But he's like, my brother taught you well, but there are other children of man who can aid you tonight. This is Courage. She will help you. And so she's this little floaty archer ghost, and she shoots arrows at the enemies that'll do 10 damage, but if you get a little glove, they'll do 12 damage.
Yeah, it does 15.
No, 15. And that's great. I was watching video playthroughs to try to figure out I needed help, and as soon as I saw the little archer girl and the chain whip, I was like, where the fuck are those? I need those. Where are they? And I found them both.
The one you get from past is compassion, right?
And she will heal you, but I don't know how effective it is because the playthrough I watched, he set up compassion and then read it again. He's like, oh, that's not really useful, and switched it back to courage for the rest of the game.
And I don't know what Yet to Come gives you.
He mentioned it was an S.
Another problem with this game is that nobody
no one's done anything.
As we said earlier, nobody's done anything for it. There's no walkthrough. There's no game facts kind of walkthrough. So there's it's just rough. It was so hard because I'm I just want to know what kind of items are around that I can get that'll probably be useful.
Yeah.
No. And as we said earlier, traversing the map can be fun, but it's also a bit of a nightmare because there's a map that is that you can open up, but it doesn't actually give you any details. It just kind of shows you what room you are and what your general orientation within that room.
Yeah.
But there's no finer details of the platforms in the room, if the room is separated or not.
You could think you've explored the whole room and then realize, nope, there was one more platform I didn't see, and that's where the Christmas ghost was at. Yeah. So we have I have
no idea what even where to start looking for Yet to Come, because nobody's there's one, as Darren said, one guy who's done it, and I really don't want to sit through a Let's Play treating it as a walkthrough.
But see, here's the thing. I did, because that's how I navigated the stuff I got stuck on, and then I watched the rest. He never found Yet to Come. He's I guess I missed it, because he at the end he only has courage and compassion. He mentioned he knows the name of it because there are items you can get that will boost the stats. Yeah,
that's how I knew compassion.
And it begins with an S. I just can't remember it now, but he never found it. And he's much better at the game than I am. He seemed like he was genuinely enjoying it, so maybe he loves Metroidvanias. But yeah, it was wild that there's no indicator of like where. So that was weird. So, but that's still cool, and I like the concept that the children of man are not
always
all
bad.
Horrible. Courage, compassion, and that's lovely. Strength, I think, is what it was. That sounds right. And I love that the whole game operates off of the scene where when Jacob Marley visits Ebenezer and he looks outside and shows him all of the other ghosts who are enchained, who are like wanting to help the world of the living but have lost the ability to do so forever. In fact, it's those lines that appear when you boot up the game. Like, it's that quote from the novella every time. And I think that is so cool.
Super cool, because it's like, oh, he's never lost the ability to actually see into the invisible world.
Yeah.
And so now all these ghosts are asking Ebenezer, please help me.
I want to help.
I want to help these people. Like,
and I can't, but and they have the knowledge of how they could do it too. But they physically can't do it. And some of them are super like grand. Like the first boy you run into, when he was like an orphan, and there was another little girl he was friends with. He died. She snuck into the London Observatory looking for food, but there were guards there. She'll get in trouble. And then there's this woman who she's looking for her. She can take her in and give her a home. Please, can you get her out of there and help her get out? I can't. And so you go in as Ebenezer, you help her out, you bring her to the woman, who, by the way, just brings her to live at the orphanage. I thought she was going to adopt this kid. Orphanage is fine, but it felt...
better than the streets.
I'm better than the streets for sure, but like, I don't know why it didn't just give me the true happy highlight of like, please come live with me, Rosie. I want to adopt you, would love you. Why didn't that? Because there are a couple things in the game that doesn't do that, and I didn't know why. Like in Bedlam Asylum, the boss, it's called the Bedlam Psycho, and it's just this massive, strong guy in a...
Yeah, he's a man who went crazy through torture and is just kind of attacking you because he's nuts now. Because also it's very like Bedlam Asylum is a scary Victorian asylum where patients are tortured there physically and psychologically. Like, it's an awful place. And we know there's a lot of people who don't deserve to be there. Yeah. There's one prisoner who was totally innocent. There's also Casper's mom is in there. Yeah. So the thing I thought was weird, I fought this guy and I thought, oh, he's going to be the prisoner that I need to let out. No. He's also, to be clear, not a ghost. This is a guy. No, this is a real guy. And you do kill him.
He
does.
Does he die, or he just like collapses and then, because he didn't disappear until I left the room, and when I came back he was gone.
He dies.
Yeah.
You put him out of his misery.
But when you find the other prisoner, you just let him go.
Because he's not crazy yet.
I don't know. So that was the weird thing of it, is like, but why not just let this be the guy I'm supposed to help? And once you beat him, he gains conscious enough for you to be like, you don't need to be here. I can help you. Go to Jacob and Marley. Go to Marley and Scrooge is like the thing, and I'll help you.
I have no idea.
I don't know why that wasn't the thing. So there were moments like that where I felt like it felt not as like story satisfying. Where I'm like, I want the outcome of me helping these people to be deeply like, give me the best possible outcome.
I'll agree with you to a degree. I do like the aspect of just not everything being overly happy.
Right. No, the world is broken. I want me, the player, to be able to impact the world around me in a positive way. Nothing has to be overly happy, but it felt weird that in this game someone made the choice of, instead of this...
we mildly are, right? You get like the accident reports and you give it to like a warden. You tell...
Yeah, there's a police officer who wants to shut down Bedlam because he knows it's corrupt, and you're able to get the evidence he needs. Yeah,
you can find you can find like an accident report for a cave-in that happened on like in a mine, and you can... It also has like a ring that you give to the guy who died's wife to make sure that she knows that he did pass and can take the proper channels to get restitution.
Yeah, there's also like there's smaller things you do. There's this one woman who was a watch, and all the ghosts are there. They're like it's funny because there are the ghosts, and then there are the unrepentant ghosts, and the unrepentant ghosts are just like
the enemies.
There's all of them have a different, like, this is Lady Adeline, and she was a critic, and she was terrible the whole time, so she still throws tomatoes at you, and every ghost has a backstory about like why they were terrible, and then they never repented for what they have done. Whereas the ghosts you encounter who give you quests, they're all repentant for the ways they failed. So there's even a monk you run into, and your Ebenezer's like, I can't believe a monk is here. These chains.
It was like because I looked away from the suffering that was in Bedlam.
Yeah, he's like, I looked away. I lost faith in humanity, and that is what has me chained here. Like I didn't do enough for this world when I should have. Please help Bedlam now. There's a clockmaker woman who like got it
just
like,
hold up constantly.
Yeah. She's like I just turned my back on the entire world and only cared about my craft. There was a man who had me make a pocket watch for his son. He died in the Mouthless factory. I don't know if his son ever got the pocket watch. I don't think he did. I didn't care then, but I do now. Can you find it and give it to his son?
Yeah.
And you do that. She pauses time. She literally pauses time.
She stops time. That's her ability that you get.
That's great. She's also, I think, the last one.
Yeah, arguably.
Because you can't explore Malthus Factory until Stave 5. So there's one where this woman was very wealthy and selfish. She's the one with the birds. And so she's got a dress. If you buy the dress from the guy who sells the things and give it to this poor woman.
It's also like the cheapest thing in his fucking shop.
It's $5, but it is still
It's still $500,
which is more expensive than any of the healing items.
Yes,
and it would.
But it's the cheapest like item, and it does nothing for you.
It does nothing for you except it does help you complete the quest to get the birds.
Also, real quick, I hated the fact that it cost gold and materials to get heirlooms from this man. Mm-hmm. That sucked.
That was so frustrating.
You get materials throughout the game, and you can use the materials to upgrade your health
and your spirit gauge, which lets you use ghost attacks.
Yeah, or get heirlooms that none of them are worth it. No. None of them were worth it.
There's one that will. There's Dimitri's brooch. It recovers health. While you move, it recovers health over time. It is the one I was like, that one's worth it. It's only 500. I can get it. I literally never found any. It required multiples of 3 different types of materials. I never found any of those materials.
Probably all like the rarest materials.
The rarest materials that you probably only because the list of ghosts will tell you what they are likely to drop. I never ran into the list of droppers. They probably will only do it at Malthus Factory.
No, you can get an heirloom that increases the chance for them to drop rare items.
Yes, but the list of ghosts will still tell you what they could drop. So, yeah, it was vexing. Why is it minerals? Why is it items or money? Just let me give you more money.
Yeah.
So, well, we're not going to bitch about the game anymore. So that was cool. And there are things like that. And I think that's really neat.
It's a neat
and all the
storytelling.
Ghosts, and all the ghosts who have or are repentant want you to help these people. They explain a little about themselves and what their mistake was because they're spending their eternity reflecting on it. And I hope that when you, Scrooge, are able to help the people they want to help, like I hope that helps them as a ghost. Like, I don't know.
Undoes one or two links.
Yeah, like helps lighten their burden. And it is really cool that Scrooge can still see the invisible world. Like, that's a really neat concept for a story. That's a cool concept for a video game. Like, very cool. So, you gotta help Casper. And as you said, you gotta... Oh, you see Tiny Tim.
You see Tiny Tim, still a crutch.
He's still got a crutch. And all Tiny Tim says is, "Thank you, Ebenezer. You have truly changed." And I'm like, that's cool. Do we want to do anything else with Tiny Tim? Can I see Bob Cratchit? Where's Fred at?
We don't do anything else with Tiny Tim because Tiny Tim gets enough screen time.
That's fine. But I'm like, where's Bob? Where's Fred? Do I not have Christmas plans?
You probably do, but it's on Christmas, and as we said, this is Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been neat if Fred was somehow, you got healing items from him, like family. Yeah. The save points are always doors that when you knock, it does show like the ghost Marley in the
the door knocker.
And that's very cool.
It's a lot of fun.
And then if you need to learn how anything works mechanically, like you're introduced to like, there's a save point. Fezziwig's ghost shows up and tells you how to do that, which is neat. So he only showed up twice at the top of the game, and then
it doesn't show up
again, and then also has me concerned: is Fezziwig bound to this world? I feel like if anyone shouldn't be, Fezziwig shouldn't be.
Yeah,
so
Fezziwig certainly should not be bound to this
chains,
world.
And he was a more fully colored ghost than the other ones.
Here's the thing. Yeah, we saw an unchained and unbound ghost in the ending cutscene. So.
Did we?
Yes. So real quick, so we can get to that, so I can explain it to Darien.
I missed it.
Yeah, you're fine. As we said, Eric Fellows approaches Scrooge. Please help. And he's like, okay, will do. First thing they got to do is go to... They got to get different relics of Casper's past, representation of his present, and a representation of his future. Right?
They got to recreate a Christmas ghost experience.
Yep. But like with tangible stuff that they can actually show him right now, with then not like time travel bullshit.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Sorry, kid, we're fresh out of the time crunch. Unless you want me to stop it, can do that. So we go get letters from his mom, who was stuck in the asylum, and none of the letters ever got sent because Casper's dad refused to let her come in contact with him ever, which just kind of grew Casper's, what is it?
His heart grew cold, and he was isolated and was like left just with his father.
Yeah, he started to believe what his father was telling him, in the fact that like your mother abandoned you. Which is
a map from his friend.
A map from his friend for his like the letters are for his present, to show that there's someone still alive that loves him.
Because she's still alive. She is
still alive. She's in Bedlam. She's
also,
still
we just
alive.
leave her there.
She's in the ending cutscene.
But because Hallie, ghost friend, goes and gets her.
Yes, she. So the letters are representative of your present, that there's somebody here now that does love you. The map from the friend is a representative of the past, to show what like dreams he had as a kid of exploring the world.
Or for the sake of discovery.
Yeah. And then you go get medals from his brother, who had passed during like the war.
Went to war, died in war, but earned a bunch of medals.
And his brother died believing that he was going to be celebrated in the Malthus.
Because he was a war hero.
Yeah, but his father was angry that he died.
Thought it was a failure.
He's a failure. He trashed all his medals and buried his body in a place that just wasn't the Malthus plot.
Yeah, just buried him away and threw away his medals.
And his mom actually had to go fetch the medals out of the garbage and put them on his grave, so that they're at the very least displayed, but they are kind of rusting and rotting away now.
Because no one is tending the grave, because she's been locked up for at least 20 years.
At least 2 decades, give or take. Yeah.
Because Casper's a young man.
He looks to be about mid to late 20s.
Yeah. So if he was 7 when his mom was taken away, he's
20 years.
The 20 years, so 27. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and so once you get all those, you go and you confront Casper, and his resolve does start to waver.
Because you bring a mom, and then the ghost. He can all see the spirits. He sees Eric, because he interacted with the Christmas ghost, so he can still see the invisible world like Scrooge. And I thought that was really cool. I didn't even think about how Casper would be able to see them too. And so mom shows up, and here's the letters. Hallie's there. Haley, like Haley's Comet. She's an astronomer. And then the brother shows up, and they're all like, Dad sucks. You don't have to be like this. We love you. We want you to be better. We want to see you be better.
Guy shows up and calls him a pussy, and then fights Ebenezer.
Yeah. And here's when he fights Ebenezer, because... But the thing about it, I was watching the cutscene with Casper. He's like, "You're all lying. This is ridiculous. Father would never." Well, maybe he would. I don't know. Guy shows up, calls him a pussy. He's like, "Are you really going to be a coward?" Well, I don't know. He never actually says, "Fuck off, Dad."
Yeah.
And so then Ebenezer has to fight Guy. When did you find out it was Gaius who was the ghost?
Unrepentant. At Unrepentant Scrooge, after you beat him, Gaius shows up, and he's
You realize that was never Scrooge. It was a lie. It was Gaius in disguise.
It was Gaius in disguise. And he's
very cool. Very spooky ass.
Dope ass design. Definitely go check that out. Unrepentant Scrooge, Ebenezer in the Invisible World.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find out it's Gaius, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm controlling the unrepentant spirits. They're just kind of like they're like the Commonwealth of like." The alive Commonwealth, but it's easy to manipulate them because these people are motivated by greed and fear.
So it's easy for him to. I didn't realize he was manipulating them. Because I was like, what the fuck are ghosts doing around here?
Because it's Gaius is manipulating them, and Casper's obviously has his own workforce.
Yeah, he's got the guards who are the other ones you're attacking.
Yep.
There's a Warren something.
Warren, I don't remember.
You fight him at the top, and because you fight him at the top. You meet him later in Malthus' factory.
And it's just the same dialogue?
It's the exact same dialogue where he's like, "Are you the one causing trouble amongst my men?" It's like, we kicked your ass earlier, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ did. I died, but the cutscene still activated that. And even when you beat him again, he still says, it's a shame that a man of your standing sympathizes with peasants. Until we meet again, you never meet him again.
And here's the thing. I'm so glad I didn't have to do that fucking fight.
Yeah.
I watched like a video of it. Mm-hmm. That fight looks like a nightmare.
Yeah,
my God.
The guy I was watching,
the final boss looked easier than that fight.
The final boss looked easier than Unrepentant Scrooge.
Dude, Unrepentant Scrooge sucked.
It was really cool, and I think it's almost like if it's like meant to be used, like the darker version of like Scrooge is yet to come.
Though.
That was really cool. That was cool.
That was really cool.
So it's
honestly,
Mathis.
This one and Scrooge Netflix musical, us seeing those two,
I really like this year getting the darkest
awesome,
outcome
dude.
for Scrooge. Yeah,
seeing those like ghost Scrooges with the chains, so cool.
Very cool. Very.
So yeah,
guys, you beat guys, you kick his ass.
You beat guys.
He has a second form in which he just looks like a giant spider.
I don't know.
He's suddenly. Did you see?
I saw.
He's
a weirdo. He's just a goober, dude.
You beat him.
You beat him there, but he's actually like not dead. You just kind of trigger the cutscene, which is the final cutscene, and Casper kind of hits him a little bit with his electric baton.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No, I watched the video. As soon as he beat Gaius, it just disappeared. And then I got the cutscene of Casper talking to Scrooge again.
Ooh.
Maybe when I was like sliding through, I missed it.
I think.
Because I did speed through.
I watched a special ending because it's like ending no damage or whatever. I'm like, oh, you just did a crazy challenge. If it was some.
I also wondered if like it would unlock more if you completed certain things.
Maybe
if you found all 3 of the Christmas ghosts, you would get a thing.
I wouldn't doubt if like there's something that changed. But the ending that I saw is.
And was it the same guy I was watching?
No, this was here's all the boss fights, no damage, and then the ending.
I would have liked to watch that. Yeah. Okay.
And the ending I saw, it was he hits his father with an electric sword he's got. That's just like, I don't know. But his father really isn't super phased, and he goes and goes to attack Scrooge, who is like protecting Lillian.
Yeah. Okay.
And he manages to get a hit off, I think.
Wow.
No. He gets then he
bitch.
before he's able to like actually get onto Scrooge. He does get ganged up on by like the other ghosts that Scrooge have brought. He gets fucking wham-basted with the ball and chain, and then clawed at by the Falcon.
Oh no, I missed it. Okay, so that is what happened when I was just like going through, like skipping over the actual fight. Yeah. I didn't realize because the background is still him. Scene. So yeah, I missed that whole cutscene. Oh wait, hold on. No, I didn't. No, hold on. Yeah, I'm watching it. He's about to lay the last hits. It explodes. And then Casper just shows up and he's like, oh, it's over, Casper. Are you all right? Did my father really become that wretched thing? And then Lillian says, your father was always that thing. Yeah, no, I didn't get the ending with Casper helping at all.
Oh, keep going.
Okay, I'm watching. No, my dear boy, he didn't become that creature. That's all who he was, always on the inside. Lillian, I'm assuming you didn't have a choice in marrying that man.
Because it's after that.
If not for you, Ebenezer, I would have devoted my life to this man. It may seem daunting, but it's really not. I think these dialogue boxes are out. And then, yeah, and then it just ended. It also ended with Ebenezer saying, goodbye, father.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the dialogue was just fucked there.
Oh, this is so cool. I didn't see anything like this. Did you get scenes like this throughout the game?
No.
Okay.
It was just at the start that we got a little bit of scene like this.
Casper stabs him in the back. That's so cool. It's like electrified cane. He looks shocked. Yeah, because Gaius lunged at Ebenezer and Lillian, and
Lillian died.
Lillian died?
That's what that just said.
Oh, there's Eric back there. Oh no, that's the brother.
Eric, that's Victor.
That's Victor. Yeah, I didn't see this at all.
I wonder if this is a fan-made thing. I don't know. It just says ending. It doesn't say anything about fan.
Because the animation almost doesn't look quite the same. Oh my god, and it's Lillian! And she shows up!
I mean, I think the art style looks the same.
It does. Yeah, that's the same. Ebenezer tipping his hat down against the light. Wow, Casper's not having a good night.
Well, his mom just died.
Yeah. Oh, but then he sends all of the ghosts out to fucking wreck Malthus.
Gaius.
Yeah, Gaius. The birds. Oh, then the brothers.
Brothers get the finishing blow.
As is just and right with the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is way cooler than what I saw, which is why when after I finished and I came out of my room and you were heading down the stairs, I was like, I found the ending really lackluster.
Yeah, no, and I just
you had just watched this thing. You're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. This was really cool. Yeah,
I was stoked. This was awesome.
I wonder if maybe they couldn't show this in the video.
I don't know. Maybe it is something you have to do like within the game to trigger it, because that's not uncommon.
Or because it just after the dialogue back and forth, it cuts to that. So I wonder if maybe because he was streaming it, maybe he had to cut that actual cutscene out to upload for the playthrough.
I don't think you would have to do that. I think there probably is something that you have to do within the game in order to trigger that cutscene.
Yeah, because it does end with the dialogue boxes are suddenly, when I was watching it, they are suddenly out of order, where Ebenezer says, if we hadn't stopped you, you would have dedicated more than that. To which Casper replies, if it weren't for you, I would have dedicated my life to that man.
There's another point like previously in the game that there was another one where it's like Ebenezer has a box but doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Haley had a box and didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's what threw it off.
Yeah.
So, and it just kind of like moved everybody's...
But then Ebenezer says, goodbye, father. And you're like, I think that's Casper's line.
It's supposed to be Casper's line, for sure.
So there's also like, this happens. There are bugs in games. Things go awry. It's all code, and code can get wonky. Like, totally.
Yeah.
That's not a... I won't critique it on that. I wonder if maybe the cutscene you just showed me was... God damn it. Do I have to beat the... No, I don't want to beat the game.
No, I'm not going to play the game. No.
But yeah, so what I got was just them talking, goodbye, father, and then it ended. And I was like,
that's
okay.
what I got.
And DJ got a full anime-style ghost brawl. It was great. And it actually was really cool. Now, do we ever find out what is this mysterious thing?
No, we actually don't. We don't know what the device was. We don't understand what it was.
Done.
All we know is that the Malthus plan was to subjugate the surplus population.
Mm-hmm. At one point, Casper does have a dialogue where when Scrooge is trying to convince him, he's like, well, are there no prisons? Are there no union workhouses? And he's like... Basically, he's like, don't try to talk to me. You don't know what you're... I think he says, you have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah. Because
like,
Scrooge didn't know what he's saying.
Yeah, like, you truly don't understand what those words mean. So, but it was like, shut your mouth, boy. Don't repeat the ancient laws to me, which I was there when they were written. I was
the first one who said that fucking line. I'm tired of people throwing my words in my face, and you are not doing it right here, kid.
Yeah, you don't even know. No. But yeah, and so it's weird that we don't know what it is. And it's a weird, like the device you see is like about the size of an apple. It's
kind of like a time turner.
Looks kind of like a time turner. It's glowy and lit up. And the only other cutscene we had was at the beginning where you saw in that same art style with Eric showing the... So yeah, I had forgotten. It was only a few days ago. And yet my frustration in this game wiped away what I thought was actually a very cool sequence. Yeah, okay. So... That was what was up, and then and then it has it's like a planet orbiting. It looks like something. So it looks something magic for real.
Yeah.
When we were driving, I was asking you like, do you know what it is yet? Nah, it's got to be something. I was theorizing that it would like something that would literally like use the souls of the working class to channel the like. The equipment, because it's not just that like they were rich and disdainful. Malthus literally like hated the fact that he even had to have the working class in his factories. And wanted to completely get rid of
viewed like anybody not as wealthy as him as just animals.
Yeah, like not just the
probably
worst.
Like less than right?
Yeah,
like bugs. Like it's like, their mere existence disgusted him.
Yeah, it was an insult to even know they were around. So I thought it was going to be something like crazy like that, where it's like it'll like rip out theirs, because it's like we know souls are real, we know spirits are real. It'll rip the spirits from their bodies and use them to power the machinery. So we bring us into a golden age of industry
like,
without having to rely on the
spirits from their body and like. Due to this forceful nature of it, it's like
bounds them to the machinery.
Like they become almost immediately unrepentant spirits.
Yeah, or like it forces them to constantly work in the factory, something like that. So that's another like story, like what I mentioned earlier about how I felt like it was weird that we don't help the Bedlam boss, that the girl just goes to the orphanage and isn't just like adopted. Like that was another thing that I felt like just be a little bit more fantastical, be a little bit wild. Like why why don't we know what he's, or maybe there is a way you can find out what it is, but if you don't ever find that in the game, yeah, I don't know. So that was so I actually like the ending far more now. Cool fight scene where Casper gets to.
There you go.
It does, because it didn't really read as Casper ever turning against his father. It just, he was uncertain, and so Ebenezer beat this ghost down, and then we ended the game. Yeah, I like that. I liked seeing Lillian as, a spirit who was just so full of like the light, and like you said, she was like
She was unchained.
Yeah, she was an unchained ghost who like is able to help her son in this fight because she can do something against his father.
Yeah,
which she could never do in life.
Did at the very least weakened him in some way.
Yeah, like he was weakened enough, and that it was
weakened, at the very least distracted enough by this.
It was cool. That ending was I was like, like the lackluster ending I had watched just made me think that like I actually don't even know if this was worth it at all for us to talk about. Wow, what a bum. No, that was cool.
Oh, it was
it's
good
weird
ending.
that we don't know what the device was supposed to do.
Really wish we understood what the device was. Okay.
Yeah, it seemed
Here's
like
the
such an
thing, guys.
important part of the game.
In order to try to like, maybe I like missed something. I did listen to like a story video.
Yeah,
on this
DJ
game,
found a story video,
and it just kind of explained the major dialogue bits of the staves. And I'm like, this isn't anything that I didn't already know.
Yeah. It's like, and I knew this. I knew this. So, yeah, I think it was a really, really cool taking this element of the world of A Christmas Carol and expounding on what that would mean.
Better developers would have done it better.
I almost wonder if it was in a different medium, it would have done it better. Like if being in a video game changed it, if it was like of a webcomic or something.
Well, I mean, like maybe, but I like if you want to do it in a game, I do think that just like better development would have just had
it could have been like the things we don't like are due to money, and they just didn't. Maybe not even a better developer, but like someone with more resources.
I would almost agree with you, except Shovel Knight was a debut game.
Shovel Knight was not as ambitious as this game is attempting to be.
I highly disagree.
Okay, well, I don't know enough about Shovel Knight. I've seen Shovel Knight. I thought it looked pretty fucking basic to me.
It might have looked basic, but that game had way more going for it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hesitant to ever be like, oh, they were just bad at what they were doing.
I'm not. I have played so many games where I'm like, these people are just kind of like not good at programming games.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know enough about games. I'm like hesitant to just be like, oh, you're just bad at this thing you set out to do. But I will. I respect
it.
Like
this is one where I'll be like, I'll respect it, but I think you're just kind of like, this is not. And I know that there are games that have been made, like that are just poorly made, but made by like developers who went on to do something great. Maybe Orbit Studios will go on to do something amazing.
Do we need to see other stuff Orbit Studios? I'm hesitant now. We've mentioned so often. We need to see if
see if they've done something. Maybe it is a debut game. Maybe it's not. But like with like No Man's Sky, its release was dog shit. That game was bad. That was a bad game. These people knew better, and now it is just an outstanding marvel of a game.
Orbit Studios' website is not mobile
friendly.
Yeah, when I opened it up, it immediately zoomed, and I have to scroll out, and it's like everything is, in order to see the whole thing, it's too small to read. I'm like, well, that's not a good sign for this not to be mobile oriented. Founded in 2016 by a group of passionate game developers with a shared vision of creating captivating and innovative gaming experiences. Over the years, we've grown from a small indie team to a full-fledged game development studio, earning recognition and accolades, including prestigious big game awards for our groundbreaking game, Retro Machina. So
I think I've heard of Retro Machina.
Haunted House, which is an Atari game, Forbidden Requiem, Retro Machina. Okay, I'm more comfortable dunking on this for not being good as a game. If it's not their first one. They seem to have done our projects. Just brings me down to these three. I don't see Ebenezer and the Invisible World mentioned anywhere.
Try Play on World. I think this is
their only game. Yeah, because Play on World's game developer, overview, Ebenezer and the Invisible World, video game, Ebenezer and the Invisible World. So
I've gone to several of their social medias, and it's the only thing they got.
Play on Worlds is a video game company that produces high-quality indie budget games committed to excellence in gameplay and deep universes. They joined YouTube in February 17th, 2023. And the only thing that is listed is Ebenezer and the Invisible World.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe they'll go on to do something great, but this debut game was not.
This was
good.
not it. I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry to say it.
Other people have liked it. I've seen other videos of people like, I played this game, Ebenezer Invisible World, and it was great.
It's like, I don't know.
Maybe, but also like if you hear it's a Christmas Carol game and you come into it and you find that, oh, it's not tedious. I will say that I was anticipating a game that was basic and boring, and I will say it wasn't boring.
It was enraging.
It was enraging. It was arduous. It was frustrating. It lost the element of fun for me very quickly. But again, maybe if you're someone who really, really likes Metrovania, this will just click for you in a way it didn't click for us. But like, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe the struggles we're seeing is it's a first game.
It's a first game, and like I understand. Here's the thing.
I'm more comfortable criticizing. It's like it's a first game. There are some problems, and that's unfortunate because of this, at least the story and the concept, I really, really loved, and I was full on ready to love this game.
Yeah, and again, it's like I'll give them some leeway with like the fact that it's a first game. Like it'll soften the blow a little bit, but it's once again,
it's like some mistakes were made from maybe they genuinely didn't know any better.
I will continue to compare it to other first games and other first games within. I'm pretty sure Hollow Knight might have been a debut game.
Mm-hmm. But you also
I could be wrong about that one.
You also, if it's like a debut game, you do have to like wonder, but who made the game? Did they come from other places where they were coming with a lot more experience? And were the people here? That's not necessarily like, oh, it makes up for it all, but like, it's like, okay, I think you're right. It like gives a lot more.
Team Hollow Knight was a debut game. Mm-hmm. I know. Shovel Knight was also a debut game for Yacht Club, and so like and again, there's also hand over fist of other debut games that are just not good.
Yeah, this one is, I would say, playable.
It's at the very least playable, winnable, and you can like have a good time with it if you are like already like predisposed to Metroidvanias.
Yeah,
I am not.
Yeah, and I know I don't like roguelikes. I really like Hades. Maybe I just don't like Metrovanias, and so I didn't enjoy this one. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But yeah, gameplay-wise, ouch. Story-wise,
great.
Really cool. I think
really sick-ass concept.
Sick-ass concept. I think it not just a cool concept, but one that, like, like, the fact that the spirit kids were the fucking other children of mankind, that's such a small thing, and yet I think realizing
it expands so much.
It expands so much, and it shows that I think that just the fact that someone had the thought of doing that, I'm like, that is a really deep grasp of A Christmas Carol, of what it is and what it is saying.
Because you don't often see Children of Man in adaptations,
as we said. So I think as a Christmas Carol thing, my favorite story twist that we have encountered.
Yeah. It's definitely my favorite take on A Christmas Carol.
Creative without feeling like it was just trying to, we got to do something different than that. No, like literally let's build on this.
Like A Christmas Carol's already happened. Let's just see what Scrooge does when he has to do it himself.
Yeah, like can Scrooge pull off A Christmas Carol? Well, how would it, like, well, he saw ghosts in the invisible world and he's aware of it, so why would he not be able to see them now?
Yeah.
And the ghosts are going to him to help, and Scrooge is great. I mean, I don't really know. He's just nice. I don't know anything about him as a protagonist. Like, we don't.
Well, because he's Scrooge.
He's just Scrooge. So I guess you were coming in with.
He's dignified. He's like a gentleman.
He's very kind. He's very compassionate to the spirits he encounters. He's compassionate to the people he speaks to.
Yep.
So yeah, it would have been. Yeah, I guess the game, a more developed game, I think we would have gotten to see him interact with the people in his personal life. I would have loved to see Fred. I would have loved to see the Cratchits. Like, there was just a little bit more that, because like Tiny Tim's one thing is to be like, you've truly changed, Ebenezer. And I'm like, why are you even here? You could have not been here. This feels like someone was insistent that you had to have Tiny Tim in this game. You don't do anything.
I think Tiny Tim should have just been like, take care, Ebenezer. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, you've really changed, and not, oh, are you still coming for Christmas? And Ebenezer does not say anything to Tim.
He's
the dialogue is just Tim talking to you, and you keep walking.
Yeah. Because I think it just like kind of pops up as you're walking by him.
If you have to trigger the up.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it is like, it's also weird that Darien's like, you've really changed. And then Scrooge just keeps walking. And then like, well, we see you tomorrow, Ebenezer. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, right. Just that.
And Scrooge being like, I got to get this done. I have plans for Christmas. And he does mention like, this is not what I was expecting to do on my Christmas, but here I am.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I think I will fully agree with what you said. I think a more developed studio would have produced a more developed game. One I think that we would have liked gameplay mechanically. One that maybe would have gotten to dive into a little bit more of the gaps that I feel like were there in like Ebenezer and just moments of the world that I felt like could have just been more grand.
Mm-hmm.
But of all the listen, as a Christmas Carol thing, I'm giving this 4 out of 4 Christmas ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. As a game, I want to see it drugged to hell in chains.
I do not. I don't want to play this game anymore.
I'm not going to play this game anymore. We're out $40 from both of us buying this game.
I might pick it up and play it. I might finish it because I'm already on stage 5 now that I don't have a time crunch. But
right, yeah, you can just play it lazily. And yeah, see if you can get the end scene. Let me know if it's there, and maybe it just wasn't in this version of the video we watched. Maybe if they, because this guy played it pretty close after it was released, maybe you'll get a more coherent version of the ending.
Musemas 2024, everybody. You better believe it. It's coming back. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for it. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. We got a great lineup for you all.
DJ, I'm so scared there wasn't other good things. No, after the 97 Christmas, I'm so scared that all we have left are things like that. It's
going to be so much fun. We're going to have a blast. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.